Good afternoon, NMC.
I just want to come on here and say that the NMC can be a very, very frustrating organization to deal with. They've been really taking the piss out of me. And I was flustered. I was fuming. I just was crying. And I was like, this is not happening right now. There's an NMC scam out there that's going around where they're asking people for £1,400. Hey guys, Nurse Nyamuch here. How are you? For those of you guys who don't know me, I'm an overseas nurse who's currently working in the UK. I'm in the process of becoming a registered nurse, so just like some of you who may be coming. Today's video is kind of different. I'm literally just rambling on because I'm gonna tell you the side of the NMC that I've never really told you guys before. So yeah, let's get started.
Good afternoon, NMC. May I help you?
Just wanted to check on the status of my application. I've personally emailed some of my documents, so I'm just wondering if she's gonna want anything else, or if she's completely accepted them and that's fine.
Let's have a look at PRN and see what she's asked for. What's your PRN number? And your name, please.
My name is Gift Thomas.
And your address, please. Lovely. Okay, let's see what your colleague is, my colleague is asking for or getting your application for. One moment. Yeah, I think you've been various in corresponding with right. So the last thing we've got, 23rd of June. Yeah, so we gave you details. You've emailed her, basically. Has she got in contact with you since?
No. So the last time she got in contact with me was when she said
the English language.
Yeah, so she got in contact with me about the English language, and then it kind of changed, and the next time she got in contact with me, the English language wasn't even a problem anymore, and now the problem was if I had done enough clinical hours. So she asked me to send in some kind of proof showing how many clinical hours I've done, which then I emailed her a copy of. So then I emailed her a copy of basically all of the clinical hours I had, and yeah. And so that is where we are now, and I've sent this to her on Thursday. So I was just kind of checking on it because I know there's a tendency of like a 30-day waiting period, so I just don't want to wait 30 days just for her to contact me and say she needs something else. So I wanted to see if she's...
Yeah, so I'm afraid, dependent on her workload, she's not in today, I'm afraid, to be in contact. She's showing offline today. So what I can do for you, Gift, what I'll do is I will send her an email to you and just say that you've emailed the relevant documents. Can you just please, it's got a question of whether there will be additional information, whether this will delay the process further. When did you say that you emailed the information into her? What day was that?
I believe it was the Thursday morning when she asked for them. Yeah, so on the 24th, she asked for them.
That was the 24th, right?
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll send her an email saying that the requester has sent all the relevant information regarding clinical hours on 24th of June. Can you please confirm that there is no more additional information required so she can go on to the next stage of her application? If not, can you please update ASAP, basically?
Yeah, that would be fine. So I'm just also wondering of these documents, does it still go through another person to verify this information, or would the next stage be receiving my PIN?
No. So what would you say? You're at the initial evaluation stage. So if she's happy with the information you provided, what then happens, you'll go on to the next stage, which is the test of confidence.
I've done all of this.
It's just a case you're currently in.
Sorry.
What do you mean by you've done all of it?
I've done the CBT, I've done the OSCE, I've done all of my health for work clearance, it's all been sent. So that's why I was very confused as to why she asked me to go back and redo this part. And I was really confused as to why she asked me for an English test.
Right, okay. So maybe just a case that she's gone through all the relevant documents and says some additional information. So as you say, you are correct. If it does clearly say that you passed, you've done submit your form and your OSCE's passed, and we've got the small declaration. So if this is the case, this is the only information she requires. It should be then the case that once she verifies that, you'll get what's called a registration declaration email. That will ask you to go online and verify all your details, and then your PIN will be allocated. So,
okay.
Yeah, so it's just a case of waiting for her to confirm whether the information regarding clinical hours is going to be sufficient, or whether or not she needs any additional information going forward.
Okay.
But I'll send her an email today and ask her to please get in contact with you.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
All right, leave that with me. Okay, take care.
All right, bye-bye. All right, guys. So I just wanted to come on here just because obviously I talk about the NMC all the time, and I talk about like the process and stuff like that. And I just wanted to come on here to let you guys know that the process is not always smooth, and it hasn't been smooth for me. So I just kind of wanted to show you this little behind the scenes stuff that actually do happen with the NMC, and how frustrating it can be with the NMC when you need to get information from them and you get shrugged off. So I've essentially been at this registration process for over a year now. I think that's probably the accurate time frame as well for majority of other international nurses. I'm not sure, just because other international nurses start their process back home with the English test and the CBT and all that stuff. So they don't come to England until they're ready to write OSCE. But for me, I was already here in England, so everything was done very differently. And so I've been at this process with NMC for over a year. And it's just so frustrating because NMC, their system is kind of weird. And it's not, I don't know if it's efficient. Maybe they think it's efficient, but in regards to candidates, I don't think it's efficient at all, because they'll ask you for something, and then you will send them that information, but then they'll leave you waiting for 30 days or so, and then they'll ask you for another piece of information. So rather than asking you for all of the information at once or in one go, they like to ask you information one thing at a time, which can get really frustrating because you're out here, you send them something, you wait 30 days, or you're waiting maybe more than 30 days, and then out of the blue you get an email from NMC and they're like, sorry, now we need this information, and now we need that. And then you're just like, are you kidding me? You could have just asked me and I could have just gave this all to you. So I think this has been the case for me. And as they would say here in England, they've been really taking the piss out of me, because literally I've done absolutely everything they need. And typically when you have to write an English test is probably like the first thing that you do before even like as your first step as registering with the NMC. And so I think the NMC is taking a piss out of me, because I've literally given them everything. I've been in contact with them for over a year, and then I've done OSCE, I've done CBT. My work has even sent them my health for work clearance. And typically when you get to the health for work clearance part, that's your PIN coming. Like that's what everybody knows. That's your PIN coming. So now after you've sent that, you have to wait 30 days. So I passed OSCE April 16th, April 19th. And then again, another delay happened that I didn't get my health for work clearance sent until the 25th of May. And now from the 25th of May till about last week, I was checking the mail every single day, because I was like, oh, my health for work clearance is done. I've checked off and I've ticked off everything that NMC wants from me. And every single day I was checking the mail. I shit you not, I was checking the mail and nothing. I was checking my online portal to see if there's any updates. Nothing. Just for them to contact me last week. We are now on the 28th of June. So to be exact, they contacted me last week, say on the 23rd of June, and they told me, hi Gift, we're missing some information. We actually need you to, we need some information that proves that you've done your course in English. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, you might have to write an English test. And I'm like, huh? Are you kidding me? Like, this is ridiculous. This is not happening right now. So essentially, I was like, no, this is not happening. Like, I've literally done everything. I was waiting at my doorstep for my PIN every day just for you to tell me you're missing more information or you need something from me. So they've asked me this. I've sent all supporting documents of whatever I had that shows that I've done my course in English. And yet, as soon as they emailed me back, 2 days later, they emailed me back, luckily. But that's also because I harassed them and I kept calling. But 2 days later, they emailed me back. And the main assessor emailed me back in regards to something that's not even the English test, of what they said was delaying my progression. Instead, she decided to say, oh, can you actually prove how many clinical hours you've done? And I said, yeah, here, these are all the clinical hours I've done. She's like, oh yeah, it shows on here that they're done in units. Can you ask your university to show us in in hours or a percentage? And I was like, you're actually taking the piss. You want me to go back and get in contact with the university right now. Universities don't get in contact with people, like, whether you are a student now or a past student or whatever. They don't get in contact with you for days or even, like, weeks, right? So it's like, so you're trying to delay this. So I essentially asked them, yeah, I said, what does this have to do with anything? You've already approved me of everything. I've done CBT, I've done OSCE, I've done everything else. So why let me go through the whole entire system or go through the whole entire steps of everything just to then stop me at this one part where I'm actually waiting for my PIN? So anyways, I've sent them some kind of documents that says how many clinical hours I've done. So now I'm waiting that email. So an email back saying if they've accepted these, if they're happy with these, or if they want more information, essentially. So that's what the phone call you've just heard. But I just want to come on here and say that the NMC can be a very, very frustrating organization to deal with, because they don't make things easy. And I've now realized that no matter what step of the thing you're at, they have the power to just say, nope, we're taking you right back, or whatever it is, and delay you. And so it's ridiculous. And I think you're just gonna have patience, guys, when you are coming to the UK. And I don't know what to even tell you, to be honest, because there's been times I've cried. Like, I think last week when they sent me that email, because they tell you that they have a 35-day waiting period. And so I was counting from 35 days from May 25th. And I think I was on day 30 when they sent me that email saying they need something else. And automatically in my head, I was like, frick, like, that's ridiculous, because that means now my 35-day period has to restart because they've asked for something else. So I literally just bawled, and I was flustered. I was fuming. I just was crying, and I was like, this is not happening right now. I cannot believe this. And that's literally because every single day I was looking for my PIN. I was waiting for it to come in the mail, just for them to tell me, actually, I'm not even close to it. So yeah, I was speaking to one of the girls at my work yesterday, and she was saying she's 4 months in now waiting for her PIN. And that is the reality of the NMC. For some people, it will go nice and smooth and it will be great. But for other people, I guarantee you, just be ready for it not to be a smooth transition. Sorry to come on here and, be a downer and stuff like that, but I just really want to show you guys that, like, it's not always easy. It's not. And yeah, NMC really, really is a frustrating organization to work with and to get in contact with, even because there's even times where you call and they're like, sorry, our overseas department is busy, we can't connect you to them. Or they'll give you like any excuse in the book to try and so that you don't get any information on your application. Anyways, guys, that's that. Just wanted to come on here. So now I'm on waiting period. I'll give you guys an update again if she emails me back within the next day or so, letting me know what's happening. Yeah. Oh, by the way, please, guys, if you are applying to become an overseas nurse, look out. Apparently there is an NMC scam out there that's going around where they're asking people for £1,400 and for you to send all of, like, your details and stuff like that. So just look out for those scams and check the email address that it's coming from. And also, if you're not 110% sure, just call the NMC. I know they're not easy to get a hold of or all this stuff, but just call them to double check that this is the information that they want from you. Like, don't call the number on the email because chances are it's going to be the scammer. But, like, literally go online or go onto your NMC portal and actually, look at this information and see what they're wanting, and like look online and actually look for the NMC website and look at your portal, because 1,400 pounds, guys, that's hefty. That's a hefty scam. So just be careful. Okay, talk to you guys later. Love you guys. Thanks for all your support. You guys are awesome. Bye, guys.